Hey guys, it's Sam C from the Swirl Tour guys, and this is going to be a guide on the Foreman Crusher boss fight in the Hutt's Hospitality Operation, also known as Karagga's Palace. So the first thing you're going to need to know is that as soon as you enter this fight, there will be a red generator that goes up here and you won't be able to enter, so everyone has to get on the inside of that. Also, ads will spawn from over there where that red generator is on the other side. So ads will come from there, and then the ranged DPS have to take those out as quick as possible. Other than that, the melee DPS have to stay on the boss the entire time. And then right off the bat there will be a bunch of ads here, so just have everyone take those ads out as quickly as possible. And then have the tank get the boss in the top right corner, so have him take him over there with his back facing the raid, because this will do a frontal AoE that will own everybody in this fight. You'll actually see that coming up. But other than that, he'll also go into a frenzy. So your tank is going to have to pop cooldowns when he goes into that frenzy. And he does that multiple times during the fight. So save a cooldown for each frenzy, because that will do a lot of damage and it's going to be tough to heal through. And his aggro will reset once he's done that frenzy, so he'll aggro a random player in the raid, then he'll put a bleed on that player, and that's going to do a lot of damage. So you're gonna have to heal whoever that bleed goes on. So if you see that you have the bleed on yourself, just call it out in vent or whatever you're on during the raid, and then just get some heals. So anyways, as you can see here, we have him in the corner, and I'll be going through this fight once again. I just did a quick summary at the start there. So anyways, so we have all our melee at the back of the boss, and then all our ranged DPS are about in the middle. By the way, this boss will do a knockback, so no matter where you are from him, you're still going to get knocked back. So just try and stay close to a wall, or not too far away from him, because he will get knocked back very far. You may have noticed earlier that we did end up losing a DPS there right at the beginning. That was because the tank actually ended up losing aggro, and he ended up getting owned pretty quickly there. But losing one DPS shouldn't be too much of a problem in this fight. He does have an enraged timer, but you should be able to DPS him down quicker than that enraged timer is. So as you can see that right there, that was the knockback, and then the ads will spawn over there. So the ranged DPS have to get on those as quick as possible, make that their first priority. And this fight is pretty good for Marauders or Sith Warriors in general, because when that knockback happens, they can just force jump right back, get right back into the fight. One other thing that this boss does is throw rocks down at random people in the raid. So if you have a giant red crosshair under you, just be sure to move out of the way as fast as you can. That kind of goes without saying, but I thought I should let you know just in case. But other than that, that's pretty much all you need to know. He does do that force charge quite a bit, and then he'll spawn those ads. And here we go, he goes right into a frenzy. That means the tank should pop at least one cooldown to try and survive during this frenzy. And then right when he's done this frenzy, he'll aggro a random player in the raid, and then that person will have a bleed on them, so you're gonna have to heal that as quick as possible, because that will kill them if it's not healed through. So as you can see right there, he aggroed onto a random player. He got the dot on him, but he was able to get healed there and get back into the fight relatively quickly. We're also able to get the tanks aggro back also very quickly, so that's definitely good when that happens. We do lose quite a few people during this fight. Actually, I end up going down. Pretty much all our melee ends up going down at the end. You'll see why. I'll explain that as we get there though. But anyways, pretty straightforward fight once you get the hang of it. Just make sure you always stay behind him, because that frontal AoE will do a lot of damage. Also be sure to take those ads out right away if you're the ranged DPS, and to not stand too far away from him, because that knockback will put you back quite far. So no matter how far you're away from him, you're just going to keep going further. But once again, he goes into a frenzy. So just be ready to pop those cooldowns whenever you can, whenever you see that frenzy going off. And then he'll run at this person really quickly. That was our off tank that went on though, so that was kind of lucky for us. But I think this is right about when our melee DPS die. That's because the tank actually lost aggro. So if that happens, just make sure you're DPS kind of goes slow at first right after the frenzy because the tank might be having trouble getting aggro or something like that. So there we go, pretty much all our melee DPS goes down, which is not good, but he was so low that it didn't really matter at the time. So all you can really do to prevent that is be careful once he comes out of his frenzy, because the tank might actually have some trouble getting his aggro back or his threat level up. So just try and go easy. Once again though, there is an enrage timer which is pretty short, so you're not going to want to go too slow on the DPS, but that's only if your tank is kind of having trouble getting that aggro back after the frenzy. So we do lose pretty much all our melee DPS and then some of our ranged as well. So it wasn't the cleanest boss kill, but we were able to take him out. So once again, I'll just do a quick recap. First and foremost, this is pretty important. Get inside the red barrier at the beginning, because everyone else that isn't inside there will get locked out, and that's not going to be good, having a few people out of the fight the entire time, because there's no way of getting through that once it goes up, and that will go up right when you aggro the boss, so just be careful. And number 2 is to have those ranged DPS take out those ads right when they come out, and they come out the opposite end that you come from. There's a red barrier that they go through, so just take those out as quick as possible. And then 3, he will spawn random rocks, and you'll be able to tell when those are coming because a red crosshair will be under you, so just jump out of the way. Also, there will be a frenzy like you saw, so have your tank pop cooldowns quite a bit, and then he will aggro on a random person and put a dot on that person, so you're gonna have to heal through that. But that is going to do it for this video, so thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more boss guides coming soon. Alright, see you next time. Peace.